it's Christmas Day, so from me to you, Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis!
But no, really, I've spent the day with my family, I'm full of food, I am exhausted, but I have decided to spontaneously pick up this camera and show you guys what Tom got me for Christmas. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a review of the Mealami Meal Management Pro bag, but it will be a video with a bit of a spin in that I have actually used the other version of this bag, the non-pro version, for quite a number of years. So this is basically an upgrade. So I'm gonna unbox the new bag, show you guys the old bag as well, show you the difference between the two, and talk about the pros and cons of this bag, because the concept of it is pretty cool and I think it could work for so many people. There are a couple of little things you want to consider, but I'm gonna talk through all of that now. So first of all, I'm gonna start with the unboxing. So when you get the bag, it comes in this little like mesh dust bag and it opens up. And so this is what you pull out when you first open the bag. So it's obviously got the handles here, which are covered up. Quickly, I will just explain in case you guys haven't seen this bag before, but basically Mealami make bags that are made in a way that there are compartments there for you to put your food or your meal prep. So if you work in a job where you bring your meals with you, but they also make it really functional so that way you can still have all of your other things with you and you don't have to carry multiple bags. I work in a corporate environment, and prior to having this bag, I would have my shoulder bag that had my laptop and all of my things in it, and then I would also carry a separate lunchbox. So the concept with this is that you have it all in one. This particular one is more of their, I guess, corporate styled bag. They have other ones that look more like gym bags and a little bit more casual, but as you can see, this one looks really nice and professional. This is the smaller of the two sizes that they offer. And I will show you guys, I think for me at least, this size is actually really reasonable and I don't know if I would need to size up. First thing you guys can see here is this compartment, which is where you can put all of your food. They actually give you a couple of containers, which is nice, and a little ice pack. So with the ice pack, you can basically either slot it in to the section on the side here where there's like a little, I guess, mesh little bit. You can also just put it either straight in, or there is also a zip. I look crazy right now. You can also, in theory, put the ice block into this little section here, which is good if you have food that you need to actually keep in the bag for the whole day and you don't have a fridge that you have access to. It's also got these Velcro straps here, so like if you have like maybe a little shaker bottle with some protein powder or something in there, you can strap it up and know that it won't move around. You have one separate section at the back here which can fit a 12-inch laptop in it. So it is not it doesn't have extra, oh, it does have a little bit of extra padding in it, but I probably wouldn't go putting a laptop in here unless you've got it in a sleeve as such. As I was filming the B-roll for this video, I realized that my laptop in its laptop sleeve actually doesn't fit into the bag, which is quite annoying. I would say that if you have a sleeve for your laptop that is on the thinner side, it would fit. I'm obviously just going to have to use it without the sleeve, and I do wish there was a little bit more padding in the bag, but I'll let it slide. You've then got the top section up here, which is where you, well, it's got the strap in there. In this section here is where you can put like your keys, your glasses, your phone, like any other little bits and pieces that you would carry around with you. Alright, so that's what it looks like with the strap on it. Then in terms of your other little bits and pieces, you've got this little section back here. So it's just like a little pocket where you can just like slide your wallet and stuff in there. You also have on the side this little kind of slip pocket through here. So I normally put my lip glosses and just little bits and pieces in there that don't need much room. So I'm now going to quickly show you guys the bag that I currently use, which is the Mealami Meal Management bag, but it is not the Pro one. And the difference between this bag and the other bag is that there is no separate laptop sleeve within this one. The thing with this bag here is because there is no laptop sleeve, the laptop, I don't know if you guys can see, my laptop basically slides into the back. Okay, how do I explain this? Basically, okay, if you don't have a laptop in this bag, you basically Velcro this section to the back and it basically closes up the wall at the back so that way the laptop doesn't sit in there, and then you've got your little pouch to put your keys and things here, right? If you end up putting your laptop in, what happens is that the section that was once velcroed to the back collapses because it can't obviously velcro to your laptop, which means that if you put keys and sunglasses and anything in there, unless you have this area full, packed to the brim with like hard like containers and things, the top section essentially collapses in and all of your things that are in here fall and they get stuck like down under your laptop. They actually go like underneath the section where your food belongs. So that is a little bit annoying. I will show you guys as well that these handles have pretty much completely worn down. So you can see here they're ripping. Also on this side, I'm starting to get little rips all the way along. And I feel like that is because this bag, well, these handles haven't been able to sustain the weight of the things that I put in here, which I don't feel is that heavy. I think the fact that this bag has that separate laptop section is going to pretty much completely solve that issue that I was having before. In terms of the actual quality of these bags, you'll see that this one is quite stiff. Over time, it definitely softens up. So you can see that this one's got like a little bit more kind of like softness to it. Like, you know, it's not as stiff. It will soften over time, which is a good thing because it's not as rigid and hard to be able to like reach your hands in and grab things out. I do also like that with the new bag, you actually got the red, which, I mean, aesthetically, I don't love it, but it means that you can actually see all your things that are in here. Whereas the other one being black, it can almost be like, depending on what you've got in there, sometimes your things can get a little bit lost. Other than that issue with the things like falling down in the old version of the bag, I find that there's actually really good storage in these bags. At a glance, this area looks a little bit small, but you can actually fit so many things in there. So I find that in terms of storage, this is excellent. I've never felt like I've run out of room in here. And as mentioned before, this particular bag is the smaller version of this style, so you can get one that is bigger. For work, I normally bring in breakfast, lunch and snacks, so I normally have a fair bit of food that I'm bringing into the office with me, and I find that this particular size does a really good job at fitting my meal prep containers, fitting in any snacks. The fact that you've got like, you know, this little sleeve here means I can put stuff in there. I've never had a problem with that. So I think it depends what kind of person you are, depends how much food you bring in. If it was me personally, I would probably recommend going with the smaller size as opposed to the bigger size. This bag is actually still being sold online on the website. So in terms of whether it's worth getting the original bag to save a little bit of money, I honestly would just spend the extra money and get the Meal Management Pro. They obviously know what they're doing by charging more for this particular one. I think that for what you get for it, just spend a little bit of extra. And on the point of cost, not gonna lie, this is a fairly expensive bag. I'll put the price on the screen, but I feel like it was about $200. And I don't know if I would normally spend that much on a bag that I'm bringing to work every day. For some people, $200 is nothing for a bag, right? But I think for what you get for it, for the functionality, the practicality, the fact that it looks really nice and professional, it's probably worth it. The bags do go on sale from time to time, but often not by much. So it is still hanging out for like your Boxing Days or end of financial years, you know, those kinds of sales to save a little bit of money, but it's not really much you get off of these ones. They tend to give bigger percentages off their other style of bags, so definitely head to their website, check out the range that they've got, and there may even be another style of bag that suits you as well. So overall, would I recommend you giving this bag a go? Yes, 100%. It is a really great concept. I think Mealami have executed it really well. There was a couple things about the first bag that I didn't love, but it seems like they really have rectified it with this one here. They're available in a bunch of different colors as well. So guys, now that I've said everything, I don't really know what else there is to say about this bag, honestly. I think I've told you everything that I would want to know if I was looking at it for the first time and considering whether I should buy it. So hopefully this has given you something to think about. If you have any questions about the bag, let me know. If this has convinced you to go and buy the bag, let me know. Otherwise, given that it is Christmas night, I am planning on putting my pajamas on and going and watching The Holiday, because that is my favorite Christmas movie. I think that's all I have to say. So once again, Merry Crisis. Peace out.